with your hosts, Dana and Stephanie.
Welcome to Widow's Peak. We're your hosts, Dana Holmes.
And I'm Stephanie Neal.
Awesome. Episode 4. The title, Stephanie, is With This Ring, Now I.
Yes. Excited to talk about Now I with this ring.
Now I. Stephanie, this is a deep topic.
Yes, it is.
This is a really deep topic for us, and I'm sure for other women as well.
Yes.
Who have lost their husbands or their spouses.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty deep.
Yeah. What do you do with the ring?
You know, Stephanie, this is a question that I'm asked very often. I am asked very often this question, or people glance down at my hand as they're talking to me.
Right.
Especially, you know, people who know me and people who I may have to introduce myself to and tell them, you know, I lost my husband or I'm a widow. Mm-hmm. Do you get that?
I did at the beginning. My husband's been deceased for 7 years. So at the beginning, I did receive a lot of look downs. They would look at my hand versus asking me, what are you going to do with the ring? But I did, especially those, like I say, those that knew me, they would look down at my hand and try to see if I still had it on or if I had taken it off. And for me, I wore it for a while. Yeah, I wore it for a while.
When you say a while, what's a while?
I wore it for probably about 4 years. I just took it off recently. Yeah.
Should we do the ring? Should we do the ring reveal? Like ring cam.
Mine's is not on.
Mine is on. Mine is on today.
Right.
So for myself, when I'm talking about wearing my ring, I wear my ring because after being married for 24 years prior to losing my spouse, my husband Zanoran, I always wore my ring. I wore my ring to bed. I wore my ring, you know, showering, putting lotion on. I know people remove it while they're putting lotion on or working out at the gym, but I've always worn my ring. And I also found that my ring balanced me when I was talking or in a setting that I may have been nervous. I kind of like twirled my ring. I moved my ring around.
Okay.
Or presenting. I just grounded myself by using, you know, playing with my ring. And so it became something that was like a piece of security for me.
Right.
Right. And so did you feel that way as well?
I did. That's what I was going to say. That was one of my points, is that wearing my ring, it gave me some form of security. And security for as he's still here with me, that type of security. Wow. He's still here with me versus me knowing that he's not physical with me, but with that ring, and I would look down, it would bring back memories, it would bring back the vows that we had made, and that when I went out, some form of security as well, thinking, you know, okay, these men ain't gonna say nothing because you got a ring on your finger, you know. And there was a
but
time
sometimes,
where I
Stephanie, that ring is a magnet too.
It
because
can be.
It meant that they didn't have to give you everything, right? So I'm not saying that, you know, in your case, but for some people that think twisted like that, that ring can be a magnet. I mean, like, okay, she ain't looking for commitment, but she might be looking for some fun.
Right, but not here.
Not here, right?
No, ma'am.
So yeah, they say the ring is the ring symbolizes like your commitment, your love, your internal love. That ring, when you put that ring on, it means that you two are committed to each other. You've exchanged those rings. It's a promise of love forever, and to be faithful and committed forever. And you know that promise.
Right.
That promise.
To me, was like an unbroken circle of love, you know, continuously.
Right.
That love. And that's what, to me, the ring was symbolizing for me.
Yeah. And definitely. And so what happens now? What happens? Does it mean because you've lost your spouse, does it mean that ring still symbolizes that love? Or if you remove that ring, should you feel that you're breaking that circle?
Right. Those are definitely questions that I dealt with trying to decide when to take the ring off. Do I take the ring off? Do I keep the ring on? So for me, like I said, it was a process. I kept it on for a while. Like I say, just recently, 4 years, I kept it on. And I kept it on because I just wasn't ready to let go. My mind hadn't shifted yet. And so with that ring, with that form of security and being single, not sure if I want men to approach me. So I would wear my ring, and it made me feel that I had been loved. It made me feel that I have been loved, and to remind me that I had been loved.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Same for me. It does give you that reassurance, right? That someone thought enough of me to make me their wife.
Their wife.
And that this outward example is that this outward example of a ring that's showing everyone that, you are mine and I am yours and I am committed. And so to separate from that has been hard.
Right. And also I had to learn within me, like I said, I just took my ring off, that the commitment is really still there. Because I had to think about, what about the people who don't have rings? What about the people who have tattoo rings? So how do they take the tattoo off? I mean, you can use the, what I'm saying, the makeup, you can use that.
Right.
But the ring symbolizes a lot. And I realized also that taking it off, it still can mean a lot. You still can have the love even though you don't have the ring on. And a lot of people put a lot on the ring. I learned that it's going through the process as well, because people, like I say, will look down at my finger and, oh, she don't have a ring on her. Where's your ring? What do you do with your ring now that you done taken it off?
Right.
So what did you do?
Yeah, and it's one thing people say, like they look down at your ring finger, but if they call me to inquire or how are you doing, that's one of the questions that they want to know. Like, do you still wear your ring?
Yes.
And I kind of like pause a little, because I have to understand the intention of it.
Right.
And I know they mean well. I know
yes.
they're not being messy or anything like that. And I know they mean well. But you just want to know why is that significant
to them?
That is it they're trying to understand if you're still stuck in this like disbelief that you haven't fully grasped and accepted. Thank you. Accepted that you're no longer, that your spouse is no longer here. Are they trying to understand that? Or do they just want to know, are you out there? Are you available? Maybe that's it too. Like, are you seeing anyone, or or do you have prospects, or are you looking for someone? Or I don't know what their reason for asking, but I know that I take each person case by case, because I know those people's intentions. I know they love me
well,
and they mean well, right?
Yes.
So how I answer it, and I'm going to answer it from me.
Okay.
And I hope no one takes offense to it.
Okay.
But I wear my ring when I want to wear my ring.
Okay.
Period. Right. But I wear my ring. I might take it off sometimes. Sometimes it might be weight, because my finger will swell up, through weight gains and fluctuations and all of that. And I may take it off because I don't want to confuse people. I'm going into a setting and people
they know you.
They expect, like, oh, where's your spouse? I don't want that question.
Right.
I don't want that question. Is your spouse here? But Stephanie, I'm going to reveal something to you.
Okay, Dana.
And this is being transparent.
Okay.
But I wear my ring a lot of times when I'm in public with my daughter.
Okay.
With my youngest daughter.
Okay.
I don't want people to assume that I am just a single mother. Please don't take offense, single mothers. This is me. being African American, I'm just put it out there. Being African American, sometimes the stipulation or the assumption is that sometimes negative.
Right.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And so when I'm going to the school, most of the people, parents, teachers, we've been in the same school district for a long time. Well, for her entire school year. I mean, school frame, but time. But they know me and they knew Z.
Okay.
Right. So they knew us as a couple and, Mira's parents. However, I didn't want the stigma, right, of that whole single mom. Oh, there's another single mom, and I didn't want to be treated that way. Okay. And I know that's my perception.
Right.
It's not someone else projecting that on me. It's just me.
Okay.
And because I've always had that feeling that we were that unit, and so I'm just being transparent. Why I wear it a lot of times, as well as I don't want to be approached.
See, that's when I put it on.
Right?
When I don't want to be approached. Yeah.
You don't want to be approached with, especially if you have children, you don't necessarily want that opposite sex attention. Or them to approach you, so it's almost also a way to ward
them off. Right, that's what I was saying. Sometimes, as security, I would put it on to try to make sure, okay, I'm going out, I don't want to deal with nobody today, so let me put my ring on, and
because the way you look right now,
girl, please, thank you, but I would definitely do that. Always. Put it on because I didn't want other guys or men coming up to me. So with the ring, it was a challenge for me because, like I said, I wanted to wear my ring, and then I didn't want to wear my ring. I wanted to wear my ring because I wasn't ready to let go. And then when I took it off, it helped me to move forward.
Okay.
It helped me to move forward. It helped me to say, okay.
It's like acceptance?
Yes, like an acceptance.
Okay.
You don't have to wear your ring. It's okay if you don't. And then if you choose to put it back on, because I do put it on every now and then. And if you choose to put it back on, it's okay. It's your personal decision. I had to realize I can't allow people to dictate to me, put the ring on, don't put the ring on. And if they was feeling a certain way, that's their personal feeling. That's not who I am, or it wasn't what I was thinking.
Because your commitment goes beyond a material thing. Your commitment and your love, your dedication, that is eternal love that will be there regardless.
Regardless. So I had to think, like I said, then I had to decide on, okay, are you going to date? So if you're going to date, do you keep your ring on? How do they feel about it? So after I took my ring off, I still wasn't ready to date. I just, just decided, okay, it's time. I took it off.
Just a step.
Yeah. Just a step to help myself move forward in grieving. And so I took it off, and it was okay. I was good, I took it off, and then I switched it to the other hand.
So getting to that, do you know that, have you ever heard of the ring etiquette?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a ring etiquette, right? But it's definitely a myth because, again, it's your preference.
Right.
But I was looking at, as we were preparing for this show, and I was like, what are other people saying? When did other people take their ring off? Like, is there a time frame, or is there a ceremony or something? And so I came across this term, the ring etiquette. And it talked about how, like, other ways that people kind of separate, or what they do with their ring
when they take it off.
When they take it off, and if they choose to take it off.
Okay.
And some people just choose to wear it. Some people choose to wear it. There's 10. Actually, there's 9, but I added a 10th to our conversation. Okay. But some people choose to wear it. The second one is add a memorial diamond to it.
Yes.
Right? So you can add maybe your birthstones and his birthstone.